The whimbrel, Numenius phaeopus, is a medium-sized wader bird, belonging to the family Scolopacidae, which is famous for its remarkable long-distance migrations and distinctive calls. Often mistaken for the closely related curlew, the whimbrel is a migratory bird that is found in coastal habitats and wetlands across the globe. Its natural range extends from the Arctic to the southern hemispheres, making it one of the most well-traveled shorebirds in the world. Whimbrels are generally found in coastal areas, especially on mudflats, estuaries, and sandy shores, where they spend much of their time foraging for food. They are particularly notable for their striking long, downward curved bill, which they use to probe the mud and sand for invertebrates, small crustaceans, and other creatures that form their diet. The whimbrel's long, slender legs and pointed wings allow it to move efficiently along shorelines and across long distances, while its keen sense of sight and smell helps it locate food sources with great precision. The species is widely distributed across the world and has been the subject of extensive studies due to its migratory patterns and the challenges it faces as it travels across continents. The whimbrel is most easily recognized by its long, slender bill, which curves downward in a characteristic manner, resembling a sickle or scythe. This bill is one of the bird's most distinguishing features and is crucial for its foraging behavior. The whimbrel's plumage is typically mottled brown, with shades of gray and cream, providing it with effective camouflage against the sandy and muddy coastal environments where it thrives. The bird has long legs, which are dark-colored, and its wings are pointed and slightly rounded at the tips. Its head features a distinctive dark crown and a bold, dark line running from the bill through the eye, which is one of the features that distinguishes it from other similar waders. During the breeding season, the plumage of the whimbrel may appear more vibrant and well-defined, while outside of the breeding period, it often takes on a more subdued, camouflaged appearance to blend in with its surroundings. Despite its relatively large size in comparison to other shorebirds, the whimbrel is a graceful and agile bird, capable of flying long distances during migration, and can be seen gliding effortlessly over coastal waters, often soaring in search of suitable feeding grounds. Whimbrels are social birds, often found in small groups, especially during migration. While they do not form the large, dense flock seen in some other bird species, whimbrels tend to congregate in small, loosely organized groups at suitable feeding areas. This social structure is particularly evident during migration when groups of whimbrels gather in coastal areas before embarking on their long journeys. The birds rely on a combination of strong navigational skills and social interaction to help them identify suitable locations for rest and food during their travels. Though they are not particularly territorial, they do engage in some level of competition with other shorebirds for prime feeding areas, particularly during the breeding season when food resources can become more limited. Despite their social tendencies, whimbrels can often be seen foraging alone, especially when they are searching for food in the mudflats or sandbanks. They are skilled at picking through the sand and mud, using their long bills to probe the ground for invertebrates and small crustaceans, which form the majority of their diet. Migration is one of the most fascinating aspects of the whimbrel's life cycle. These birds are known for their remarkable ability to navigate across vast distances, traveling thousands of kilometers between their breeding grounds in the northern parts of the world and their wintering areas in the southern regions. Whimbrels that breed in the northernmost parts of North America, Europe, and Asia often migrate south to Africa, South America, or the tropical islands of the Indian Ocean. Their migration is not only a physical journey but also a mental one, as the birds must rely on their acute sense of direction and memory to guide them across unfamiliar landscapes. The whimbrel is known to follow specific migratory routes, which are influenced by the changing weather patterns, food availability, and the timing of the breeding season. The birds are capable of flying non-stop for hundreds of miles across open ocean, making their migration one of the most impressive feats of endurance in the avian world. These long migrations are critical to the survival of the species, as the birds need to reach their wintering grounds in order to find enough food to sustain themselves and prepare for the next breeding season. During the breeding season, whimbrels are typically found in the northern latitudes, where they establish their nests in coastal meadows or tundra habitats. They build their nests in well-hidden locations, using grasses, moss, and other plant materials to create a shallow depression in the ground. The female lays a clutch of usually 3 to 4 eggs, which are incubated by both parents for about 25 to 30 days. The chicks are born fully feathered and capable of walking shortly after hatching, though they rely on their parents for food and protection during the early stages of life. The Whimbrel's diet primarily consists of invertebrates, such as small crustaceans, mollusks, and worms, as well as other insects and small fish found in coastal habitats. These birds are skilled at locating food in both terrestrial and marine environments, often probing the mud and sand with their long bills to extract prey. The Whimbrel's feeding behavior is highly specialized, allowing it to extract food from difficult-to-reach places, such as the mudflats or beneath rocks and seaweed. The bird's long, curved bill is well suited to reaching deep into the sand and mud, where it can find hidden invertebrates. The Whimbrel is also known to forage in tidal areas, where it can find a variety of food sources exposed by the receding tide. These birds are highly opportunistic feeders, taking advantage of whatever food resources are available in their habitat. Whimbrels are capable of adjusting their foraging behavior depending on the availability of food, making them highly adaptable in changing environments. In addition to their primary diet of invertebrates, Whimbrels may also consume small fish or plant material, though they typically rely on animal-based foods for sustenance. The Whimbrel's vocalizations are another distinguishing feature of the bird. They are known for their distinctive calls, which are often described as a series of sharp whistles or melodic trills. These calls are used by Whimbrels to communicate with each other, especially during the breeding season when males call to attract mates or defend territory. The calls can also serve as a way for Whimbrels to coordinate their movements within a group, particularly during migration. The bird's vocalizations are loud and easily heard over long distances, making them effective for communication in their often noisy coastal habitats. During migration, the Whimbrel's call can be heard echoing across the open ocean as the birds travel in small groups, signaling their presence to other members of the flock. The Whimbrel is also notable for its role in the ecosystem, as it contributes to maintaining a healthy balance in coastal and wetland habitats. By feeding on invertebrates, the bird helps control the population of pests and other organisms that could otherwise harm plant life or disrupt the balance of the ecosystem. The bird also plays a role in the nutrient cycling of these habitats, as its droppings help fertilize the soil and promote the growth of vegetation. In addition to its ecological contributions, the Whimbrel is an important species for birdwatchers and nature enthusiasts. The bird's striking appearance, long migration routes, and fascinating feeding behaviors make it a popular subject for observation and study. Birdwatchers often seek out the Whimbrel in coastal regions, where the bird can be seen foraging or resting in the tidal zones. Conservationists also monitor Whimbrel populations to track changes in migratory patterns and to assess the health of coastal ecosystems. While the Whimbrel is not currently listed as endangered, it faces a variety of threats, including habitat loss, climate change, and human disturbance. Coastal development, pollution, and the destruction of wetlands all pose significant risks to the species, and efforts are being made to protect its habitats and ensure its continued survival. In conclusion, the Whimbrel is a remarkable bird that embodies the resilience and adaptability of the natural world. From its striking appearance and specialized feeding techniques to its long migrations and important role in ecosystems, the Whimbrel is an exceptional species that continues to captivate and inspire those who study and observe it. Its ability to thrive in a variety of coastal habitats and to migrate across continents is a testament to its strength and endurance. As we continue to face challenges related to climate change and habitat loss, the Whimbrel serves as a reminder of the importance of protecting the delicate balance of nature and the creatures that inhabit it. With ongoing conservation efforts and a better understanding of the bird's needs, there is hope that the Whimbrel will continue to thrive for generations to come.